name is Jasper. Here I am now in Hua-Nan New Village. As you can see, there are many beautiful houses here, and walking at here is like having a time travel to the 1960s in Taiwan. With just a few minutes of walk from the main gate of NCCU, you can easily visit this place. Hua-Nan New Village is a residential area designated to be the dormitory of the NCCU faculties in the 1960s. Many important scholars in NCCU used to live in the village, making it a community of culture. On February 2020, after the agreement of the Cultural Access Committee, Taipei City's Department of Cultural Affairs listed the village as historic buildings. However, do you know that our school, NCCU, used to have a dispute with the community here? Few years ago, part of the village had once faced the destiny of being removed because NCCU planned to build the Hua-Nan campus here. After knowing the plan, local residents and some scholars disagree with it, but NCCU still intends to conduct the plan, causing a struggle between campus development and cultural conservation. So to begin with explaining the whole dispute, let's first talk about how the local residents react to NCCU's plan. In 2014, in order to conserve the village, local residents established a group called Hua-Nan Prospect Team, dedicated to study the history, architecture of the community, and to promote the idea of cultural conservation of Hua-Nan New Village. Soon, the city government put the village in the historic buildings track list, but it didn't prevent the village from the plan of reconstruction because NCCU's attitude is still consistent. In an interview, the member of the Hua-Nan Prospect Team said that they not only want NCCU to leave these old houses alike like the past, but they also want NCCU to make good use of these houses. In a documentary, the architecture professor from National Chengchi University, Mr. Liang, said that the houses in Hua-Nan New Village is different from the other houses built in the 60s because it has good quality of construction and a plain style of architecture. He thinks that it would be a shame to remove these old houses. Then why NCCU wanted to expand the campus? The main reason is because the school wanted to build the International Scholars Dormitory to invite more scholars around the world. In addition, they also thought that the general building behind me is too crowded for 5 colleges to be in, so they wanted to build a building for the College of Law. In 2016, NCCU hosted a public hearing to discuss the issue with local residents. In the public hearing, NCCU promised to conserve some of the old houses and reuse them as new public areas. But none of the local residents is satisfied with the proposition by NCCU. Later, the same year in March, the Department of Cultural Affairs of Taipei City listed Hua-Nan New Village as historic buildings after the decision of the Cultural Assist Committee. In response, NCCU appealed against this decision as well as other reassessments made in 2018 and 2019. In an interview, Mr. Zhang, who is the chief of the Secretariat of NCCU, said that the decision made by the government neglects the property right of NCCU, and that not only is cultural conservation important, but also is education. He also pointed out that If the village is listed as cultural assets, the school will have to pay substantial maintenance every year, while the budget given by the government won't increase. City government's final decision in 2020, it is clear that no single house will be removed in the future, but it also means that NCCU's plan for the Hua-Nan campus will be impossible, and the location for the new building of the College of Law has changed to the student restaurant here. I think campus development and cultural conservation are both important, and in this case, I think both sides do have their own good reasons. The residents don't want the place where they grow up to be removed, and NCCU wants to expand the campus for the benefit of all students. As as a student here in NCCU, I feel glad that there are so many historic buildings near or in the campus, but I also think that the government had better come up with a good solution, since NCCU will have to pay extra cost per year while losing a lot of land to, to be built as new campus. Thank you.